Welcome to the Road by Road Garden Show, the best dead gum gardening show on the radio and the internet as well. Oh, we got a special show this evening. We're going all in with peppers because it's time for you people in Zone 8 to be planting your peppers, and it's time for you people in 9. You still got time to plant your peppers, and you other guys, we're going to give you some inspiration now on planting peppers, and we're going to detailed show on that, Mama Hoss.
We are. Pepper time.
So what have you got going on in the garden?
I've been planting in the garden.
Yes, you have.
I planted.
You're a little ahead of me.
Yeah, a little ahead of you. Planted some potatoes in the root pouch. Some of the broccoli and cabbage, cauliflower. I planted some more English peas. I think that's about it.
Yeah. So in the spirit of the pepper show, throughout the show, you know, all the rage now is pepper sauces. And we thought it would only be fitting to do periodically through the show a testing of pepper sauces.
You up for it?
Well, I'm not really a hot type pepper person if you've watched the show very much, but in the spirit of the show, I thought we should do this right here. We're going to taste hot sauces as we go through the show. And we're going to start off with one at 7,000 Scovilles. The middle of the show, we're going to go to 39,000 Scovilles. And at the end of the show, make sure you hang around. We're going to, did I say 702,000 Scovilles?
Ooh, you talking big.
I'm talking at the end of the show, we will do pucker butt.
You got a rat in your pocket?
We are going to do pucker anyway.
But I can bow out anytime.
No, man, we're going all the way through because we're tough, Mama Hoss. We just milk that kind of stuff. All right, so as we dig into peppers, before we do that, I want to talk about some new seeds.
Okay.
New seeds we got coming up is North Georgia Candy Roaster. Now this one right here, we've been wanting to get in for a long, long time. And being as we're from Georgia, we got to have North Georgia Candy Roaster. First time I seen this seed was, or this winter squash was a few years ago. One of my friends grew it, and it was unique. And I said, man, I love that. Then I seen it again at the farmer's market in Blairsville, Georgia. So we got that one.
So it's a winter.
It is a winter squash, and we grow that in the
summer to store in the winter.
That's right. All right, the next one we have is a Mattadorres roasting pepper. Mattadorres roasting pepper is a great one right there. Talk about that one just a minute.
Great for grilling, great for stuffing. It has a sweet, smoky flavor to it.
Yep.
I'm going to plant some of that today.
Yep.
Let me have that one.
Yep, that's a great one there. Also, we got Mr. Mad Hatter pepper.
That's hot.
That's a hot pepper. That's okay. It's all right. Everybody likes a little hot pepper every now and then. So we're glad to have that one. And look at here. We got Mr. Green Fingers Okra. Now this right here is a container okra. For you guys out there that don't have much room and want to plant a okra in containers, this is a dwarf okra. When I say dwarf okra, I mean the plant size. It's a smaller size plant that is well suited for containers, balconies, patios, or whatever.
Raised beds.
Raised beds, yeah. Wonderful for that. Green Fingers okra. So there we have some good varieties coming in for this coming year. You know, we're loading up on new varieties. We got things, we unload the seeds at least 2 to 3 times a day. And we got some great stuff coming along. And of course, we're going to be bringing them to you just as soon as we can. You know something else we got in this week?
What? Peanuts.
Peanuts. We got peanuts in this week. The Wynn peanut we got in this week. And
I think I'll just take a little.
No, I don't think so. We got it in this week. And everybody's been waiting on it for a long time. It is a good peanut for roasting. Got it on my hand there. It is a good peanut for roasting or boiling, but it's primarily known as a roasting peanut there. And so there we have it on the side.
So this is what?
7,000. That's a nice
cedar smoke.
Nice smoky flavor to that. It's a good one there. I don't have to have just, this is not from the heat, this is just simply to help wash the cracker down, okay?
It's not bad.
It's not bad, it's good. Middle of the show, we're going to be moving to Mr. 39,000, so stay tuned there. All right. Did you know that peppers are very nutritious for you?
And low in calories.
And low in calories. So they provide a lot of the vitamins that we need. What is it? Vitamin
C.
Vitamin C, vitamin A,
B, E.
B, E, about all your vitamins. C, D, no, just kidding. But it does provide a lot of different vitamins. Very healthy for you. And you don't have to eat a lot of them.
Yeah, one pepper contains 300% of what your daily requirements are for vitamin C.
Wow, that's better than
lot.
orange. Yeah. So they're good for you. Now, peppers are one of those things we don't plant a lot of. Now, we normally plant a lot of tomatoes. I'm going to probably plant 4 long rows of tomatoes this year. We like to give them away. We like to eat them, kill them. But it takes a lot of peppers. It normally takes us just a few of each variety, and we like to keep some close to the house.
Now, I like the sweeter ones in the house. How you doing there?
Good.
Good.
But we always grow more than what we need, and we like to give them away. And we're going to plant some on the show today.
We're going to plant some today for the whole office.
Yeah.
The girls' garden.
Yep. Normally speaking, it takes me 6 weeks to grow tomatoes. Peppers, it takes a little bit longer. It can take 8 to 10 weeks. And if you don't watch it, they can kind of get slow on you. Make sure you get the fertilizer pumped to them after they start coming up. Another thing is peppers can be hard to germinate sometimes. They can be troublesome, particularly more the hotter ones than the sweeter ones. Now, that being said, there are 5 types of peppers. I'm talking about species, and we're not talking about varieties. We're talking about species and these 5 general types of peppers, and we're going to go over that right there.
5 domesticated pepper.
Yeah, domestic. And you know, I was under the impression, I don't know why, that all peppers came from India. But they came from pretty much all over the world, South America and everywhere. Of course, originally they were wild peppers, and they were took out and maybe
Used more for spices.
Spices and things like that. Did Columbus bring some of them over here from over there?
I think so.
All right, so let's talk about the 5 different kinds. Now, these are going to be some big words here. And if I kind of move through these big words, it's on purpose. Capsicum Annum. Was that pretty good? That was pretty good. Annum. Excuse me, Annum. Capsicum Annum is one of the most common
varieties.
One of the most common types, not varieties.
Varieties.
It has a variety of shapes and flavors. Almost all are sweet but have thicker balls. Now, what we're talking about here is we're talking about the bells, which I'm not particularly fond of.
I like the mini bells.
It's probably one of my least favorite peppers there. Cayenne, jalapeno, banana, poblano, pimento, and cubanelle. So this category right here takes care of a lot of the different
We're going to plant all those today.
Yep. The next one is Capsicum
Frutescens.
It's often used as ornamental peppers, and these are these little small ones that you'll see a lot of times people have in pots. And also, would these also fall into one? These Tabascos, yeah.
We have Tabasco and we have Serrano.
Yeah, so these are ones you'd make your pepper sauces out of. These normally take a long time to mature, and they normally stay with y'all somewhere long.
Mid to intense heat levels.
Yeah. The next one is, what do we have right here?
Right here.
Oh.
Baccatum.
Capsicum Baccatum. Try me today. Best for drying, spicy, fruity flavors, and generally disease-resistant chili pepper species.
Right. And we have the Mad Hatter that is part of this one.
Really?
Yeah, that's just the one.
Yeah, the Mad Hatter is from Peru originally. And that's a good one there. And and they mature from green to bright red. Okay.
All right. You want to taste? Keep going.
We're going to go. Just for a minute. We're going to get through this next one, then we'll stop.
You can't say these big words.
I can't say these big words and get all hotted up.
At the same time?
You know, at first glance, you would say this is capsicum Chinese, but it's not, is it?
No.
What is it, Sheila?
Chinense.
Capsicum Chinense. Okay. Hottest species, the habanero type. Thin-walled and fruity flavor. Again, all of these have these fruity flavors. Exceptional heat dispersed throughout the pepper.
These would be the hot ones.
Oh, this is the hot ones. This is what we're going to be partaking in at the end of the show.
Ghost pepper. Habanero.
Yeah.
We got chocolate habanero and orange habanero.
Now, where does Scoville come from?
A guy.
A guy.
Wilbur Scoville.
Wilbur Scoville come up with this right here. He
And
was
it's
some
not
kind
real
of
scientific.
some kind of academic, yeah.
1912.
1912.
Still used today.
Still used it. I mean, really and truly, how do you measure that? I mean, technically, how do you
I know
measure
your
it?
scale, I think, would be a lot different
Yeah.
than my scale.
Oh, you can take a lot harder than I can.
Yeah, normally
Really?
I can. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So is that all of them?
Oh, you didn't do the last one. We don't have
Oh,
any for the
Yeah.
last
The
one.
last one is Capsicum Pubescens. It's the most unique of the peppers. Meaty, juicy, apple-shaped fruit with black seeds and hairy leaves. Wow. So I don't guess there's many of them around out there, are there?
We don't carry any of those.
Okay. So there's the 5 classifications or the types of peppers. And you would take, how many pepper varieties do we have?
We have 48 pepper varieties on our website.
Wow.
48. Most of them are here on the shelves.
Yep. And we're going to plant some today.
We're going to
Now-
plant 14 of those.
The ones that we have staple varieties that we plant every year. And then we'd always like to try something new every year. And what's some of the ones that we just have to have every year?
I like the banana and the jalapeno for my salsa.
You kind of mix them up together.
I always have some sweet and some medium. Sometimes I really put,
You can get the
I'll
sauce.
do my own.
I'll do both of them. We just get nice. You can get my sauce a little hot for me sometimes.
Yeah, I do sometimes.
And I like a little spice, but I don't like a lot. Now my favorite type peppers. Like here again, it's not the hot that's bothering me. I just got to wash the pepper down. Sprite. Where's it over there? My favorite peppers are roasted peppers. And I love to fill them with cream
The
cheese.
poblano.
Poblano.
Ooh, that's a little hot.
Poblano. Pimento type of peppers.
Cubanelle.
Cubanelle and banana peppers. My favorite way of eating peppers is to split them, fill them with a combination. We like to brown our sausage and put it in with the cream cheese and grill them. That is
Wrap them in bacon.
wrap them in bacon. That's my favorite way to eat them.
We do more like we slice them than we do stuff them.
Right. So let's start planting our peppers and let's show people what we're growing this year.
All right.
Can I move this out of the way?
Yeah,
I guess
let's
I
move
probably
that
need to
out of
move
the
these out of the way. Let's don't get them confused here.
But we already finished those. That
We've already
wasn't that
finished-
bad.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. And that was
lingering heat.
39,000 Scovilles. That wasn't bad at all. The flavor on the first one was actually a little bit better to me. So the varieties that we're planting this year are, let's get them glasses on.
And we're gonna wrap this.
We're going to wrap
Candy
this just
wrap.
like we do our tomatoes in saran wrap afterwards. And we're going to let this sit on a germination mat
So I've got the side here labeled.
because what happens when you take these wood labels sometimes you put them in, if you wrap them, they can move on you a little bit. So we started using this tape here. We're also going to use the labels as well.
Okay, so first, this is for the girls. Chocolate Beauty.
Yeah. Now Chocolate Beauty is a bell pepper? Yeah. You know what? That wasn't much to that one. I'm going to try me one more. That don't feel like maybe I didn't put enough on there. I feel like I maybe kind of cheating the system a little bit.
Your mouth not burning?
Not at all. I'm going to do one more tasting of the middle one there. Kind of get me worked up to that 702 Scovilles. You know, a lot of people around here think I can't take that. Actually, Wes over at Naked Hog Farms brought us a ghost pepper last year. And we grew it in the greenhouse. And we had some ghost peppers. And the people here in the office did a tasting one day and they all ate a ghost pepper. I didn't, I was not included in that, but they all Hey, the
They
ghost
didn't
pepper.
think you could handle it, did
And
they?
they all did well with it.
How you doing?
Good.
No, that's not pimento. I need chocolate. Find my chocolate. Next is pimento. We
This is
like
pimento.
these.
The pimento, yeah. Now, pimento is a type pepper, and there's a few different varieties of them, but I like them because most, especially the Right on Red series that we carry, which is a pimento type, it's flat on bottom, and you can set it right on the grill. And this, the Right on Red, yellow on yellow, and the
That
orange
yes
on
to yellow.
yes to yellow.
Orangey sweet.
Orangey sweet. They have a thick wall to them, which works perfect for.
Then we got the orange delight, the yellow, and the ruby.
What do you want me to find for you?
The chocolate.
Chocolate Beauty. Okay.
And then the pimento. Chocolate Beauty is the first row.
Okay.
And then these next two are pimento.
Okay. Now what we'll do, we've already wet this down good. And we want to make sure when you plant your peppers or tomatoes or anything that you use a good potting soil. And this potting soil that we use is our sun grow, and it's real fine. And the reason you want to use a fine potting soil is because you want soil to seed contact. And if you use one that's kind of chunky and has pine bark in it,
The next one is that Mad Hatter.
you won't get as much.
The new one. I need the seed.
Oh, excuse me. You won't get as much seed to soil contact. So that's, growing plants when they're bigger, those bigger, chunkier type potting soils work fine. But when your seed's starting, you want to use a fine mix to make sure that that seed is surrounded by soil and has soil contact. And we will top dress this normally with perlite.
Did you bring any?
I didn't bring any perlite. We will top dress it with perlite.
So these hot seeds, are they hot when you touch them, the seeds?
Yeah.
So like if I touch my eye?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. If you want to wear gloves, if you're doing some of the ghost peppers or things like that, I definitely would wear gloves. And we'll put perlite on top of this right here. We'll wet it again. Of course, wrap it in saran wrap. In 3 to 5 days on peppers, and most of the time they'll be germinating and coming up on you.
Should I be putting 2 or just 1?
Just one. Now, if you get 2 in there every now and then, it's okay.
How you doing?
I'm good. So what is this one?
This is the Mad Hatter.
Mad Hatter.
I may not have done a thing for that. I got it written on the side though.
Yeah. There it is. There it is. No, that's,
No,
anyway.
that's right. I got a label here.
Yep.
The red. This is the new one too.
What's the name of it?
Marconi. Red
Now this is
Marconi.
the roasting pepper that we talked about. Kind of a hottish pepper.
Yeah, it's got a little heat to it.
So we was at 39,000 Scoville earlier.
You ready?
No,
Oops.
I'm not ready, but we're going to kick it up a little bit to 702,000 Scovilles. I'm having a little bit of anxiety. Starting to think.
I put 3 seeds in there.
700, yeah. Anyway, just as soon as your seed sprouts and come up, now you can leave it on the germination mat and help supplement your heat some, especially if you're outside. I do that all the time, but you want to get that saran wrap off of there in 3 to 5 days or you're going to start having trouble.
So talk about watering your peppers.
So as soon as they germinate and they come through, then you want to get them either under a grow light or you want to make sure you got some kind of natural light. If you're growing in a greenhouse, you use natural light. You want to pull that off. If you're using the humidity domes, get the humidity domes off there. They have served their purpose. What happens sometimes, I talked to a guy earlier today, he left his humidity dome on there after the seeds come up. And that's a
No.
That's a no-no. You're setting yourself up for disease pressure then.
Nose running?
No, I'm fine.
No.
You start setting yourself up for disease pressure because high humidity levels really set you up for disease problems and things like that. So you want air circulation is your friend after they come up. Take the humidity dome off. If you don't have air circulation, you may want to use your fan or something of that sort to kind of keep things moving along there and keep the leaves nice and dry. Then I make sure that water good, and I start fertilizing just as soon as I got that second set of leaves on it. We call that true leaves when they come up. And I start normally with a weak solution. Always weaker is better when you're fertilizing. Then gradually increase my fertilizer as I go through there. Now, if your plants look stunted at any given time, most time it's a cause of a problem. You either got too much water, not enough water, or not enough fertilizer. So those things are normally the keys to be successful with good pepper plants. And pepper plants, normally speaking, can be slow to grow off.
Some can come up within a week, and some take...
Some of your ghost peppers can take even up to, 3 to 4 weeks
days
before they even come up. So I wouldn't recommend planting a ghost pepper in a tray with something like bales, because they're going to be so different there in the growth cycle there. What we got? Lola. All right. So as you kick that along, I'm going to be putting up our next cracker here. The next cracker is going to kick it up a notch to the highest of all notches, which is 702,000 Scovilles. And they call this one the extra mean green pucker butt green sauce. The thing about sauces is they have really caught on the last few years. You know, there's a show on YouTube called Hot Ones where they do all the tastings and everything. And I think some of these may have also been shown on there. And they have this subscription service where you can get some of these every month. The carrier here in the office has subscribed to that. She's the one that brought these today for us to try. Of course, they send you different levels of the, I got to be careful here. They send you different levels of the heat. Oh, yeah. They do it on chicken wings. We're doing it on cracker.
Well, that second, some
Whoa,
still...
I got 2 drops.
Whoa.
Yep, I'm going to take that one, Sheila. Yep. I'm going to take the 2 drop ones. So where are you at now?
I'm on the poblano.
Okay. Poblanos is one of those peppers that's used a lot in Mexican dishes there. I like the flavor of the poblano. I don't know what it is, but something about the lingering flavor of the poblano is one of my favorites.
Is that when you roast and kind of take the skin off?
Yep, they roast and take skin. Now, we don't do that when we put ours on the grill. My 3 favorite peppers, not necessarily this order, is banana, poblano, and pimento type.
And then here's the right on red.
Yep. Nice flat bottom there.
Go ahead.
Yep. Right on red?
No, go ahead and taste.
Oh, go ahead and taste that. You're not going to do it with me? Yeah. Yep. So if you wanted to make your own pepper sauce, you want to make your own salsa, you may want to experiment some of these different flavor of peppers to get it just like you would like it. So you're working on right on red.
Mm-hmm.
What you need next?
Aren't you sweet?
Aren't you sweet? There we go. Now this is just a beautiful pepper here. It's kind of a blocky pepper. It's not necessarily the same profile as the little red pepper here, but these are here kind of like a mini bell pepper, don't they? All right.
I'm sweating.
Are you?
Sweating. You okay?
I'm fine.
I can't
Not bad
believe
at
you're
all.
fine.
No, that's good. I'm kind of, the older I get, I can take more hot.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep. What you gonna do next? And I'll be thinking.
Aren't you sweet? Oops. Yes to yellow.
Yes to yellow. Yep. I think that has more of a after heat. It comes into, you get an initial flavor off that, and it's not bad. It's pretty good. And then the heat kind of builds up after that, and you get more and more Do you think so?
Yeah, your face is a little red.
It's getting a little warm in here.
I mean, you're getting a little warm in here.
Yeah.
You need some pickle juice?
No, I'm good.
You need some milk?
Mm.
It really wasn't that bad.
No, what that? You want to do another one?
I like the first one.
The first
I think
one.
we should compare the first one.
The first one was probably to me had the best flavor. And you know, sometimes you don't want to overdo it with the heat. You want the flavor aspect there. Speaking of that, I want to show this right here. These are some pepper jellies. You made this last year. Jalapeno pineapple jelly. Jalapeno pineapple.
Yeah, that was supposed to be my cowboy candy, and it didn't really.
It didn't work out.
It turned out good. It just wasn't what I had originally intended.
Yeah, and then you had the jalapeno pecan.
Yeah.
I think I'll take a little bit of it now. So what we did is we had some pecans. And did you mix it together and they kind of floated to the top?
Yeah, they tend to do that.
Well, this is delicious if you haven't ever done this. Now we normally like to take a little cream cheese and put on there. I'm just going to get some jelly on mine. And it sets up a little hard.
There's some cream cheese over there.
Okay, look at there. I love pecans.
And this is the Gypsy Pepper.
Gypsy Pepper.
Now
Which
these
is-
turn from green to yellow to orange to red.
Mm-hmm. 702,000 Scovilles. Did I tell y'all that? Yep.
Which one?
The last one we did.
It's burning. I can tell.
Is it burning?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little warm. So what's the next one we're going with here?
I need the Gypsy. You see it?
The Gypsy. Okay. I'm going to partake in a little more cheese here. This is Gouda cheese, which is probably my favorite. The peppers have multitude of uses. Pepper sauce, pepper jelly. Now pepper jelly, I can tell y'all as far as the flavor goes, pepper jelly, habanero is my favorite. What about you?
Mm-hmm. I think I made one of these with a heatless habanero.
Mm-hmm.
The pineapple.
I like the flavor of the heated habanero. And we got a couple of new varieties this year. Could I have a little bit of Sprite just to wash the cracker down?
Just to wash the cracker.
Mm-hmm. And what are you planting next? Mini
No,
bells?
cinder jalapeno.
Cinder jalapeno.
I'm gonna do 2 rows of those.
We always got to have some jalapenos.
The girls want some of these
Oh yeah.
in their garden.
You know, we'll grow these in containers as well.
I grew 2 in my raised beds, and they made 3. What do you call it?
They made 3.
Sets of fruit 3 times.
You actually had some that you had all the way to wintertime. They
Yeah, all
made-
we do December, some pablon and this jalapeno, and I had to stake them up. This one thing, a lot of these bigger ones. Nose running
a
a
little
little
bit.
bit.
Yep.
Some of these bigger ones, you have to be careful
Here it is.
and make sure, because I had those big tomato cages.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you're using those containers, I would prefer to use something like the 20-20-20, or you could use the Dr. Joe's to keep the fertility good in there. Now, one thing that you did this last week when you planted your potatoes, you shook out some of your worm castings.
I did.
Use your worm
I
castings
did.
as a
You can see
a
that on
mimic.
TikTok.
Yep. Yep, which worked out really good,
And some of the worms are in the bed too. I'm
which is
kind of
okay.
worried about that.
Yeah.
They won't eat my seed.
Nope. Worms don't eat seed. They'll eat decaying organic matter. Now, if it starts to rot and everything, they might, but other than that, you'll be okay.
Okay.
All right, you got it.
I got it.
And which one do you need?
The mini bell pepper.
Mini bell. All right, so fair folks, we have our peppers planted for this year. And we'll cover these up, we'll wrap them up, lay these down, and we also got it marked with tape, and we'll wrap these with saran wrap. And in about 4 to 5 days, we'll uncut them. They'll start sprouting up. and then we'll get them underneath some light, whether it be artificial light or whether it be greenhouse light, and then we'll have our peppers growing. We'll have plenty of peppers for ourselves and to share with our neighbors.
So what are we going to cover them up with?
Saran wrap.
No, before that.
Perlite.
Perlite.
Yep.
So no dirt, just
No,
perlite.
you could use, if you got the pinch, you could use the same pot and soil there. It's no big deal, but preferably perlite works just a little bit better. So that's what we want to use. So we have wrapped up, we survived the pepper thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Without the cracker.
Yeah.
Do it without the cracker.
Well, what are you going to do with them?
Your finger.
Your finger. I can't do it. My fingers are dirty. Go ahead.
Well, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
You know.
No, I actually have gotten, that's pretty good. Right there.
Go ahead.
The cracker helps a little bit, but the cracker kind of, it kind of helps you. You get dry mouth with that cracker, and you have to have something to drink to crack it down. With this right here, you don't necessarily have nothing to drink with it. You just have to maintain the sauce.
How you doing there?
I'm good.
Hand me the papers.
All right.
I'm going to talk about the corny joke of the week.
Yep.
You know what the corny joke of the week is?
I do not.
Why do sharks swim in salty water?
Why do sharks swim in salty water? I don't know.
Because pepper water would make them sneeze.
Oh, that's the pepper joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pepper.
Pepper.
Yep.
You want to talk about the petals from the past?
Yeah, Petals from the Past. We got something great coming up in just a little bit in April. Yeah, Petals from the Past, and then I'll let you speak on that. Just
What you need, Greg?
a little bit of Sprite help with that.
Petals from the Past is in Alabama on April the 22nd. It's the antique show and the YouTubers meet and greet. There's a link below if you want to go. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. But you okay?
Yeah.
You do need to prepare for the event, 9 to 5, April 23rd.
It's going to be a YouTuber meet and greet.
And then the Okie Homesteading Expo, there is tickets for that. I think I said earlier they were sold out. It's one day, March the 19th. They're having some workshops the previous days that are sold out.
I'm not sure we're going to be there, but Wes and Angie from Naked Hog will be there. Also, Jason and Brooke from Cog Hill will be there. So, is that it?
That's it.
All right, folks. Get your pepper planted. It's time there. Make sure you plant several different profiles that you can enjoy making your pepper sauce, making your pepper jellies, and making your sauces. So now it's time for you to get out there and get dirty.